video is going to be a different video because I just wanted to talk about my life after school. Just last week I talked about the pressures of being in your 20s, and I talked about when it really dawned on me what this pressure was all about, and it happened immediately after school. Don't get me wrong, I was in my 20s in school, and being in school gives you different type of pressure in that sense that you're trying to go through this pharmacy school, you're trying to make it every step of the way, you don't want to be left behind, you don't want to repeat a year. That was a whole different kind of pressure all on its own. That's being in pharmacy school, because I studied pharmacy in the university. I didn't really think about what I was going to do after school because it was all set out. After pharmacy school, of course, you're supposed to go for your internship and you're supposed to go for your NYC, and then you get licensed and yeah, job secured. Everything has been secured already, but it's a bit different when you finally leave school. And that's why I just wanted to talk about the life after school, the bad, the ugly, and the good. I mean, I knew I made some mistakes in school. I wish I did start this content creating, YouTube channel and the rest of them when I was in school. I wish I did less of type of skill when I was in school. I wish I did a lot of things when I was in school. Something that would have prepared me more for this life. Talking about the bad, my life was the slowest born plot out of a movie. I mean, it was as if I was 10 steps back from my mates, because getting an internship space as a pharmacist, a newly inducted pharmacist, it was a nightmare. And some of us really wanted to do our internship in hospitals because that was like the ideal internship, and it so happens that being in a government hospital paid more than any of our other colleagues in other different aspects of pharmacy internship training. And I had plans set out for what I wanted to do after school. Like, I wanted to go to Abuja to get my internship done there, start a new life. But trust me, life always have other plans for you. I wanted to be out of school already. I was tired of the mess that was pharmacy school. Pharmacy school was a whole lot of stress. I was so happy when I was done. But leaving pharmacy school, I figured out that I've actually left the place that was a bit comforting, even if it was stressful. I mean, I didn't have to think about what I was going to eat because daddy and mommy sent me money. I was going to think about, how to do some things. I was always given monthly allowance or weekly allowance in my own case. I mean, I was a graduate. I was still kind of asking my mom and dad for, this to solve, this to solve, this to solve. It was really irritating. Of course, I got a locum job, which is what most pharmacists, most graduates normally do to get a locum training before they get their internship space. Though it's a bit, we call it locum training, I don't know what the name is, but that was some kind of thing where to still kind of learn some new things, because we are always learning in this kind of life. Either when it comes to medicine, pharmacy, nursing, all this health related courses, we still have to learn some new things, because every day there are researches coming out, there are a lot of things coming out that you really need to learn. So yeah, I got a job at this place, and they were paying me like the lowest salary ever, because my mates were being paid way more than I was like, why is my own always so different? Why? Finally got an internship space. I was so happy. Now let's talk about the ugly. During my internship, I only enjoyed like my internship for like 3 to 4 months because I was being paid. I was able to get some things. I was planning ahead with money I'm going to use saved for my internship, and suddenly we're being paid half of what we were told we're supposed to earn in a government hospital. That was my dream. So it was like, what the hell is happening? Why is it that always in my own time something bad always goes wrong? I was like the last person that got an internship space in that hospital. There are a lot of videos I've talked about my internship journey and the rest of it, so you can go check it out. So when all of the other of my mates that I stayed with them for like 3-4 months, when most of them left for their NYC, and I was like, okay, all right, no problem. And then it was really hard because at the point they stopped paying me. I was leaving. Well, thanks to my mom and dad, and my siblings who came to stay with me during my internship. Things were a bit eased, but that was like, I've never really felt depression like the way I felt when I was in my internship. It was really killing me inside. I was slowly dying inside. It was like as if I was just, okay, let me be done. to an extent that I almost got into a financial mess. Because I was so desperate to, double up this money I'm earning, try to try to at least earn something, to be able to do something with what I've earned, because I saw some of my mates who have finished before me. Some of them have started some big kind of businesses, some of them were doing some little things. Finished my internship and I didn't have a penny to my name. It dealt a lot with my mental health. It also affected my content creating because there was still no money to publish these videos. You needed data, you needed some kind of that to know what you're doing. Man, I had to unsubscribe to all the things that I subscribed to when they were paying me, because I really wanted to, at least enjoy the little I've earned. But I had to subscribe to all those, my Netflix, I subscribed to all my YouTube tools I was using. I had to, man, it was really a terrible time for me doing that. My NYC, after your internship and you get a certificate of experience, you're supposed to go for an NYC, to like a service to your country for a year and rest of it. And then I figured out that I wasn't regularized. I got my JAM portal was showing a different course altogether from what I studied, so I had to go regularize, thinking that it was going to be a smooth ride for me because I've heard from my mate that even though it takes a long time, it's actually very smooth. And then it got to me. I did this regularization way back in March, thinking that before I finish by August, September, it should have been also that I've gone for my NYC December. Still joining my mates in that sense, but no. It so happened that it got to Abuja to where it's supposed to be approved for me to be able to go for my NYC, and they told me to scan my documents, so I had to start again all over. Why the mate I was struggling with went for NYC. So you see what I'm saying? You see how this can really affect your mental health, because you're feeling like, wow. In an African setting, it's supposed that health-related jobs give you some kind of job security in this part of the world. And to be honest with you, I think it's very true. When you study a good course in this part of the world, I keep repeating it, in this part of the world, trust me, it kind of gives you a soft palate to land on. Imagine if I had left school and I was looking for a job that at least with what I've studied. It would have been a difficult mess for me. After school, for some people who studied a 4-year course, trust me, in this part of the country, it's not regarded as. I don't know why it's not regarded as. And for me, I didn't really want to study any health related. I didn't want to study science. I was more inclined to the arts. And I do appreciate my parents, for trying to tell me that, hey, you need to do something, they give you some kind of security. To be honest, I wonder what I would have been doing though I would have been doing this, of course, but it would have been much difficult to get some kind of monetary support to do what I'm doing now. Trust me, no matter how much you think you're earning, the bigger the money, the bigger the responsibilities. And that's the truth about the whole of this. So yeah, I'm actually grateful for the course I studied, because somehow it gave me kind of pardon. Will I be doing this course in the next years to come? In the next 3, 5 years, 20 years? Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, life after school is like a merry-go-round. It just keeps turning you. You don't really know where it stops. You think you have it figured out while in school about what your life is going to be after school. It's not always that way, trust me. You have this plan set out and life will tell you it's unplanned, and that is supposedly going to be the way forward for you. This year have been looking good for me. I don't know, last year was really a terror. I thought 2020 was, but 2021 for me was really my greatest fail, in that sense, if I could put it that way. But this year has been looking good. I just feel like all the years, like I think it's just 2 to 3 years I've left school, all the years that I've spent outside of the school premises, it has taught me a lot of things. It does get better as the days go. Sometimes it gets worse. Some things take time, and some things are not always meant to be. That is one big thing that I've learned from my life after school. It takes time. Hello, who would have thought that I would have finished my internship and I would have gotten approved? Yay! And I would have been paid what I owed by the government. No, not complete yet, but so I think that's the funny thing about life after school. It takes time. Some things takes time. Some people are so lucky that once they leave school, everything is just so set, and they're so lucky that they just get the perfect job and it helps them get started on life. Some of us, it's always a slow burn. Some of us, it's not always meant to be. Yeah, that's one big thing about life after school. I don't think I'll be doing 9 to 5 job in the nearest future, like something that I would want to look forward to. I really know in my deepest of heart that being self-employed is really my go-to, is really my goal in life. But first of all, to get that particular dream, I know I have to still sacrifice my time. I need to sacrifice my pride, my ego, to be able to get some kind of support monetarily. Actually, I have learned to appreciate life as it comes. To negative, but I know that I'm going to still face some more temptations, some more turmoil, some more tribulations, but I know I'm going to survive it and I'm going to overcome it. And I hope you guys have learned about 1 or 2 things about life after school. Life after school is a mess. It's not this, we always try for independence, get your own house, living alone, pay your rent, go out, have fun with friends. Ah! That I thought it was going to happen to me, but here I am shooting a video trying to tell you that it's not always that. But it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It happens. You just have to navigate your way through it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this digital diary episode. If you did enjoy this video, like this video, and you can subscribe to this channel to join this family, and you can click the bell to get notified each time I post a video, which is every Monday or whenever I want. And you can watch this video coming up right now. Yeah, I think about how things were hard. So it's really hard, but yeah, bye.